Deputy Mayor Les Andrews, can you tell me, I guess you've taken a tour of the river. Can you tell me what your thoughts are, sir?
Well, I saw 98 people on the southern part of this pier, and where the river crosses over a little bit, I saw about the same number. I saw a lot of families. I saw some social distancing. I saw a lot more people than I expected to see. No masks, absolutely no masks. Although I did see parties of people coming in that obviously weren't from the same family bubble or social bubble, whatever you wanted. No masks, congregating. That's an issue. So I think this is just going to add a little bit more fuel to our decision on September 1st at our council meeting. We've got surveys from about 200 people. By far the vast majority have said close her down, just like we did for trout season. I think we're going to have to do that. Now that doesn't protect, as Jeff Lees has said earlier, doesn't give us jurisdiction south of the viaduct or north of the 401. That's up to the province, and we've lobbied them in the past. We've got zero response.
Can you talk a little bit about, like Jeff said, you had, I think Jeff said 48 busloads come in last year to Corbett's Dam, visitors just to see the fish jumping. It's not like you don't want people here, but these are different times.
Different times, and you know, by doing what we did at trout season in terms of shutting down the parkland to access the river, keep everybody away from the river, that will cause congregation on all of the bridges all the way up the river, because the people will still come, and we'll have a lot more people on the bridges. So that's not a desirable effect either.
One thing I wanted to say, and I've said this about every municipality with COVID, every decision that council makes that I'm aware of, sometimes I'm hard on council, sometimes I'm not, but with COVID, this is a work in progress. It's council's making the best decision with the information they have at that time. So it's if you can reiterate.
Well, I hate to be a hard ass, but in spite of people, we're trying to protect them.
Councillor Jeff Lees, I guess you've been, monitoring this throughout the day. Just tell me your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I've watched the harbor area. I've walked up and down the river a couple times, picking up garbage, fishing line all over the place. People not respecting the 6-foot distancing requirements. Just no rules. I mean, you can just look down here in the harbor area what it's like, and it's not good in my opinion.
What do you think? And I hope this wind dies down, because it'll be whatever windy on the mic. But
sure.
What do you foresee happening?
Well, I'm personally hoping that we do option 2, because option 1 just covers closing the fish ladder, and that really doesn't clean up all these other problems. Like I said, I walked from Barrett Street down to the Walton Street Bridge today, picking up garbage, picking up line. A lot of fishermen leave line laying around. Pets get caught in it, geese get caught in it, people get caught in it. It's turned into a real zoo down here in the harbor as well. So I watched a person drag a salmon right across the main street of Port Hope this morning, and I thought, well, that's just not what we need here.
What are, if you can, Jeff, forgive me, what are the options?
Option 1 is to close the fish ladder and sign it all the way down to make people do 6-foot distancing and protocols. And option 2 is to completely close down the river and municipal access to the river all the way down, just like we did in the spring for the trout season.
What about I guess where we are south of Mill Street? What about that?
Well, I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that, because as you can see around here right now, there's no social distancing practicing. There's no masks. Nobody's wearing masks. It looks like a zoo to me down here, and again, it's not fair to. And while we're, the main thing here is to protect our citizens from all the influx of people coming in. There is a pandemic. If there wasn't any pandemic, I wouldn't have any problem with this stuff. And I want to make it clear that we're not out after all the fishermen. It's just the way that some people come to our town, treat the town, no respect, leave their garbage, leave their fishing line all over the place. It's not all fishermen, like I said. A lot of fishermen are great. They respect everything. A lot of fishermen don't. And it is a pandemic out there, and we're trying to keep the hordes of people from coming to Port Hope during the pandemic.
I take